Hey Cancer, welcome to your general tarot reading for the 9th to the 16th of December. This reading is for those with Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Messages are general and come through for those who need to hear them. So if this doesn't resonate, feel free to check out your other sign placements or check out many other awesome tarot readers on YouTube. Before we get into it, I just want to note that energy is fluid and doesn't always come out super clear cut. You may resonate with only one part, different parts, or the whole reading that comes out today. Just trust what feels right for you. You know your situation best. Now, with that said, let's get into your reading. I'm just going to shuffle the deck a few times and then we'll jump into it. What can Cancer expect for this week? Oh, the cards want to come out already. What can Cancer expect for this week? Let's get one more. What can Cancer expect for this week? Alright, let's jump into it. What can Cancer expect for this week? Oh, there we go. Alright. Okay, so we've got some cards coming out already. So it looks like, so you've got the Death card reversed as your overall energy, which is pretty much saying that there's some kind of change that you know needs to happen, but for some reason you're resisting the change. It kind of looks like it's something that is like a long-standing foundation in some way. So like it could be something like a job, it could be something like a family situation, but just take what resonates for you. But yes, there some kind of change is needing to happen this week, but it's almost like you're resisting that change from happening. You're not fully accepting the change, and we can kind of see that with double confirmation here. So, sorry, you got the Four of Swords. You got it in reverse, but upright, it's basically about coming to terms with the situation, having like a period of resting and recuperation so that you can get over something. And this is like, no, I don't want to rest and get over it. I don't want to rest and get over it. It's almost like you're not letting yourself sit with something that you know needs to change. You're just kind of like, no, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Like, I'm just gonna leave it. And I think it's because this is something that you've been putting a lot of work into. So I'll clarify it a little bit more, but this is something that you've been putting a lot of work into. Like, you've been spending a lot of time and energy working on this, whatever it may be, putting effort into it. And I think that's kind of why you don't want to just like drop it and leave it. You don't want to, like, if you have to change your entire circumstances, for example, you don't want to just like drop it and leave it there, because you've been working so hard on it. Like, you want to reap the benefits for your work. And yeah, like, we'll get into kind of, I guess, what this situation is. I'll clarify it for you. But yeah, it's like you might be. So we've also got the Six of Pentacles, and when this comes out, it's about like give and take relationships. Now this is telling me that either you've been giving too much to something, or you've been taking too much to something. There has been like an uneven share. You might have been giving all your energy to something, and it might be like you were putting all this effort and energy into something, and you were the only one who was giving. Um, you were like working really hard on it, but yeah, like I think you've been working too hard on it. Um, you've been the one who's been putting in like all this effort, and while it's of course like you want to see results, um, but I think you've been putting too much of your effort in, which I know it's very strange to say that, but you might have been trying to like keep something alive that it kind of ended already. Um, yeah, I'll clarify it a bit more. Okay, so clarify this situation that Cancer is facing. What have they been working like too hard on? What has Cancer been working too hard on? What has Cancer been working too hard on? Oh, you've been trying to get your wish. You have been trying to get your wish. And yeah, like, okay. So you got the Star and you got the Knight of Pentacles to clarify. Now this is like building really slowly, like, you know, like gathering all of your pentacles one by one, saving all of them, moving them to the side, and then getting some more. It's like a very slow process of getting what you want. Whatever you want, you know that you have to put in a lot of hard work and dedication um, to get to it. You know that you have to do that, and I think you're committed to doing that. Like you don't mind that you have to do that. But I think while doing that, you have been kind of taking up all the work. Like there might be someone that you're working with who can help you out, who can like take some of the burden off of you. But it's like, no, I need to do all of this myself. It's yeah, like you need to kind of save some of your energy for yourself rather than just putting all of it into this project or like whatever it is that you're working on, whatever wish that you might have. Um, because it's still gonna be a long time, not too long, but it's still going to be a while before you kind of see the results that you want to get. And you need to make sure that you're kind of conserving your energy so that you can last up to that point. Don't just give all your energy in the beginning because then you're not going to have any left for like the second half of it. So yeah, I think you do. It's awesome that you're working hard and like it's speaks volumes to for like who you are as a person, but you need to save some of that energy. You need to, yeah, like, you need to trust the process a little bit because I think there might be something that's coming along, and I'll just clarify this as well. There's something that's kind of coming along that's it's trying to further the process for you, but it means that you have to give something up in some way. And I think you're kind of clutching onto like the outcome being like, no, it has to be this way. It has to be this way. This is gonna ruin everything if it comes. But it's like, no, this is just one way of pushing you closer to getting what you need. And you might not see that yet because you might not have the full picture yet because it hasn't happened yet. You can only see it like at face value at the moment. Um, but I guess yeah, like I'll clarify the death card for you as well. Um, yeah, it's like getting what you want. This is all just about getting what you want, and I think there's a lot of pentacles out here. So to me, it is something that's quite long term. Like it's a pretty big goal that you have, whatever it is. But you gotta save some energy for yourself. Like you gotta make sure that you're looking after yourself. Don't just work too hard and like expend all your energy. Um, you might even be working on like not like irrelevant, but you might be putting your energy towards things that aren't truly for your benefit. And it might be just because you have to do it. Like you know what I mean? Like you might not be choosing to do this. You might just have to do it. But this is saying that you need to kind of, yeah, you need to make sure that you save some energy for yourself, because you need to think about this, whatever this is, in the long term, so that you don't burn out. Because I'm seeing like you might burn out really quickly because of this, because you're putting too much effort in. All right, I'm gonna clarify the death card for you to see, I guess, what you're resisting. What change are you resisting? Because, you know, you'll know the long-term goal or whatever it is that you're working on. You will know that. So why is this death card here for Cancer? Why is the death card here for Cancer? Why is the death card here? Oh, that's too many. Why is the death card here? Cancer. The same card's coming out. That's so funny. Why is the death card here for Cancer? What situation is Cancer? Ooh. Okay, so the Queen of Swords. Oh. Alright, just gonna grab this card. Hermit reverse. Okay. Yeah, so I think. Why are these cards here for Cancer? Oh, the heartbreak. Oh no. I hope you're not having heartbreak, Cancer. Okay. Yeah, there's some painful situation that's kind of happening at this moment. Oh. Alright, so to clarify the death card, you got the same cards, weirdly enough, but you also got the Queen of Swords and the Hermit reverse, and then you've got the Three of Swords that came out as well. But I don't know, I'm not really feeling the Three of Swords. I'm gonna leave it to the side for now. I feel like that might be some different type of energy. Okay, so the Queen of Swords and the Hermit in reverse. Now, this is basically saying, it's like, okay, it's like, you might know that you need to kind of, okay, so, sorry, you might have been in hermit mode for a while, which is basically like being by yourself, seeing only you, going kind of like more introspective, weighing up like the pros and cons, looking at different perspectives, things like that. You might have been in that energy for a while. And I think your logic is telling you, hey, it's time to come out of hermit mode now. It's time to come out of this period of like just being alone. It's time to come out of this period of just being alone. And yeah, it's like your logically, you know that you have to do that. You know that you need to come out of being alone and like just being on your own. But it's almost like you're resisting doing that. You're resisting coming out of being alone. So basically what this is saying is that you might need to be working with other people more. And that goes back to what we were saying before, where you need to give more balanced energy out. You can't just be the one who's putting all the energy out. You can't be the one who's doing that. You can't be doing all the hard work and kind of not giving yourself any time to rest. And the reason I think this is happening is because you might not be letting other people help you in whatever situation this is. I think you're kind of the type of person who likes to do things on their own. But what this is saying, it's like, no, logically you know that you can't do all of this alone. Logically you know that you need to come out of being alone, and you need to kind of seek help from other people. Um, yeah, like you know you need to make that step, but it's like I don't want to do that. Like I want to just stay with myself and be in my own energy and not have to worry about other people. But yeah, this is really just saying that you've had a good break. You've had a good break being alone, and you have done awesome work while being alone. And yes, like you've done great things on your own, but you'll still need to accept some help from other people with whatever this is. Um, you can't do everything on your own, and if you try to do that, you're just gonna like burn yourself out really quickly, and you're not gonna be able to see whatever project it is through. Like you need to rely on people to an extent, and you need to come out of that period of just like being alone, just being in the hermit mode. Um, and you might find it hard because of like you might just find it a lot mentally to deal with other people. Like it's too much stimulation almost. Um, but yeah, like spirit is kind of guiding you to take this path and really look to other people for help for a while. Like don't be afraid if you know someone who that can help you out, for example. Don't be afraid to contact them. Don't be afraid to message them and be like, "Hey, can you help me out with this?" Um, don't try and take everything onto your own plate, really, because if you're gonna have to, if you don't want to burn out really quickly with whatever project this is, you're gonna have to look to other people for help. I think this might be like a pretty big lesson for you that's kind of happening right now. And I will get some advice for you before the end. Let's see, maybe the same cards will come out again. Okay, any advice for Cancer relating to this spread? Any advice for Cancer in relation to this spread? Any advice? That's too many, sorry. Any advice for Cancer relating to this spread? Okay, so yeah, I think this is kind of saying, so you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. These might be other people in your life that you kind of need to go to for help. Because, you know, the Queen of Pentacles nurtures others, and then the Queen of Wands has a lot of passionate energy. And I think, to me, this is saying, these are just people that you need to go to. So this could be like an earth sign, this could be a fire sign in your life. Just people who can help you out. But yeah, like it's really just saying if you kind of don't look for other people, you can very easily become ungrounded. And you want to be able to be in your element. You want to make whatever gains you need to make. And so it's very important to try and look to other people to help keep you as grounded as you can be. But yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward with the advice. I might just leave it at that. So yeah, just really, really look to others for help. Don't try and do everything on your own. Let others carry the burden with you as well, so that you don't burn yourself out. Okay, well that's everything for today, Cancer. I hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment if you want to. And if not, that is very okay. Either way, I will see you next week.